G'day folks, Tony again here for more of the jaunty saunterings of Gaunt Bort the Taunter. Well now, we've been picking up a bunch of different bits and pieces here. We've got ourselves a little bit of a stash of grenades, just a whole bunch of weapons. I'm really keen to be able to equip this Borderlands revolver, but I don't have any lead slugs at the moment. And as a number of people have also pointed out, carrying a fair bit of scrap here as well, so being able to break those down would be pretty good. Also probably carrying more fresh water around than I really have need to for such a short journey away from Joppa, but that's fine. Let us continue on our merry way and see if we can find out what's eating the water vine. And with any luck, we will indeed be able to discover this with fairly minimal hassle. So I'm going to move down here so that we're taking these things out a little by little. It looks like the other two there have gotten stuck in the web, so we might try and take advantage of that while they can't do an awful lot. That's an awful lot of arrows to take down one centipede, but sure. Nice! What have we got here? Many things, but nothing that I'm really going to pick up at this stage, given how overburdened we generally are. Let's do a get from adjacent there and see if they dropped anything decent. They did not. Very well. Hello, cave spider. Goodbye, cave spider. Alright, now what's the cooldown on all of these things? We did pop them fairly recently. Force bubbles back soon, and our boosts are still a ways away. So let's hope that we don't run into a situation where we need to use them too soon. Whoops, wrong button again. Silly me. It's just going to make ourselves a little bit of food so that we're no longer hungry. Good. Alright, so we've got some dread roots here. I'm still quite worried about young ivories popping up and causing us to die from bleeding out. I am aware that I've said that a number of times now, but it is honestly the thing that I'm quite concerned about. Not an awfully big health pool to lean into here, if and when we do start bleeding. That was way more of a mouthful than it should have been, sorry. But yeah, it's a relatively common way that I've had this build perish before. What have we got there? Some sappy trash. What a beautiful phrase. Let's have a look in that sappy trash in case we find something. No, we do not. Let's maybe pick up a little bit more of that sap. I keep saying to myself in between each recording that I'm actually going to go and look up what sap is used for, because I don't recall seeing it. I haven't played this for a while. But of course I still haven't yet, because I always forget to once the recording is done. I've always wanted to know more about Zershid. Good. Wonder if we can sell that for anything. So something that we're not seeing an awful lot of on this particular level of the dungeon, at least not so far, are a lot of vines hanging around on the wall trying to kill us. So I guess that's a nice change. I don't know if that's something that's... well, there's one. So there are some, but they're not as common as before, which is nice when you have to maneuver your way through these sorts of corridors that tend to be quite constricted, and there's not a lot of room for you to avoid things or to maneuver around them. Here are the stairs. So close to where we started, and we've taken the long way around before we found them. Hello. What a friendly little fellow that was. So it looks like we're fairly close to clearing everything on this floor, so we might just take care of this cave spider. Hopefully. You got a few more hits on us than usual, but that's all right. So we're going to do a rest until healed, and I would imagine that when we go down these stairs, we're probably going to find the water vine. Oh no, this is... Oh no, God, this is far, far worse. Okay, we sense a sinister presence nearby, folks. That means... that means that our evil twin is here on this screen somewhere. So you can see over there on the right, under mutations, the one with the big red D next to it is evil twin. So somewhere on this screen, a copy of us has appeared, and it is here for the one and only goal of murdering us terribly. Now, we've got everything off of cooldown, which is nice. If this were a different part of the game, just on a normal map up on the ground, I would just leave the screen and go somewhere else, but we're kind of here to find this water vine thing, so I think we might have to stick this out. And because we have Sunder Mind, which is a considerably powerful spell, considering that we've got this ego boost, and because we have a low hit point pool, it is possible that we could get killed instantly in one hit using brain magic and line of sight from the other side of the map. Also, because we're in a cave, our line of sight is a little bit difficult, whereas if you're up on a sort of a more open area on the surface, you can usually spot where your evil twin is, if it's daytime, fairly quickly. So, forewarned is forearmed. We may end up just flat out dying here very, very quickly. But I will tell you what my plan is. My plan is, once we have a decent idea as to where our evil twin is, I intend to pop that boost toughness to give us a deeper hit point pool. And then what I'm probably going to do immediately after that will be to try a Sunder Mind on them and hope to get a quick hit or a quick kill. Now, I will fess up, in playing this build previously, a number of the times where I've died have been because of an evil twin. But I have also managed to kill my evil twin a number of times also. Alright. Enough chatter, let's see what happens. Whatever does happen, I hope more than anything else that it is entertaining. So we found the critters of what's eating the water vine. That insta pop-up had me concerned. I had a real rush of adrenaline there for a moment, assuming that we're about to die. But that's okay. All we have to do now is take care of these hostile critters, while somewhere there is also something waiting to murder us. And, alright, just to the northwest, now you should be able to see that new tile that has popped in. That would be the wall of a force bubble around our evil version. So, what's going to be the best way of doing things here? We do have a new ability here called Stunning Force. And you know what? I might actually give that a go, because if we cast it over this way, where's it going to hit? If we cast it over here, maybe that will do something interesting. Only select a visible square. That's a drag. How about that one? So lots of folks are stunned now, so that's a good start. What's our cooldown on that? 49 turns, very well. And we're just going to keep our eyes peeled on that force wall and see what happens. Oh my goodness, there are just Girshlings everywhere. It makes me wish I had my flaming hands, given that they're all lined up here in this corridor now. At least there's only one of us, one of them at a time, able to hit me. I am having just no luck hitting this thing. All right, there we go. Slightly better. A little bit of a hit on us. I'm still not seeing that force wall move. Wounded. Badly wounded. All right, now that force wall has moved again, which means that my previous self is no longer, my evil twin, sorry, is no longer stunned. And I'm very much hoping that they're not going to end up coming around back to the east here, because I don't know what the connectivity of the map is further up. So here's what we're going to do. I'm actually going to move back to the stairs so that if I need to, I can leave via them. So that's just in case that evil twin comes back around the other side. All right. Here's some good news, folks. We've killed a Girshling, which is pretty much the main reason why we're here. Now, that Girshling corpse is going to weigh quite a bit. Let's just have a look and see how much it is. It's 30 pounds, which is going to over-encumber us, given what we currently have here. So let's have a look and find some things that we can drop. Or that we can most afford to drop, so that we can pick up that corpse and then just run out of here. We have a rusted burnt capacitor. Is that one of them or is that all of them, I wonder? Let's have a look. Because if they're all rusted, I'm just going to get rid of all of them. Let's try one. I guess we dropped one rusted burnt capacitor and the rest of them are okay. That musket is 25 pounds. That's an awful lot. They are fairly easy to come by. It did cost me a fair bit though, and I'm hoping I can sell it for a reasonable amount. So what else do we have that we can sell here? We can probably, sell, that we can drop here. We can probably drop that. I think we can also probably drop that. We need to get down to 210 pounds though. And I'm not sure that we're going to have a lot of options here. Given the things that we have, I think we're going to have to drop... Ooh, we do have a fair bit of stuff we're going to have to drop. I could drop some torches. I don't want to do that. Those furs weigh a lot, but they're jewel encrusted, so I'm hoping they sell for a fair bit, so I don't want to drop them either. So you know what? I think I am just going to drop that musket. At least it's somewhere where we know somewhere where we know it, so that we can pick it up if we need to. All right. And seeing as we're here right now, I think we might just pick up those two things again. Is that going to bring us over encumbered? It's going to bring us very close. So we might just get the long sword. And we'll leave it be, so we're not testing our luck too much further. All right. And this is the part where we run away, or at least we try to run away. That one Girshling has followed us. So we might try and keep those stairs in sight. Are we out of arrows? We are not out of arrows. That's a relief. So we'll keep those stairs inside in case something comes running up them. I'm hoping that they don't. I can't recall how many experience points we got for killing a Girshling, but whoa, look out. But killing another one of them sounds fairly good to me. So we've done a boost toughness, and I'm going to do a life drain. to get a little bit more hit points back. 90 experience points is not too bad. And now, rather than rest, I am going to run in case that evil twin is following us. Up the stairs we go. A beetle bum there, which is nothing to worry about. Unless you make them angry. Alrighty. The urge to move swiftly here is strong. However, I don't want to stumble onto a young ivory and bleed out because I am hitting the button too quickly. Alright, toughness is back to normal. We can head back to Joppa. How lovely. Let's try and do that without getting killed. Speaking of a young ivory, there's one over there. Let's go and have a look at it. See if we can take it down. I do not like these things. It was totally worth the 5 experience points. It looks like a poor dog met its fate there at the hands of said young ivory. Well, so far it's been a fairly pleasant stroll through the salt marshes. It's nice that it's the middle of the day, so we can see what's going on. And unless anything goes drastically wrong, touch wood, we're probably going to be able to get back to town and then do a bunch of selling and possibly buying of things. And I believe our next step will be to head east to the Rust Wells, where we're going to try and track down the copper wire for Argive. So we should be able to chat with Elder Iridad. I return from Red Rock with the corpse of a pale spiderling, Elder. Would you examine it? This is troubling. It is as I feared. Girshlings. There was a rabid black-robed man among the Girshlings. There was. I don't think we saw them this time, but that's okay. A glow-white, no doubt. Those maniacal fools worship the Gersh as gods. What are the Gersh? Ancient demons as old as Quud itself. They embody the essence of the poison that is spread throughout the land. Once they crawled to Quud's surface, but 1,000 years ago something drove them deep beneath the earth. Now they roost in the nethers of Quud's vastest and darkest caverns. And the Girshlings? Girshlings are spawn of the Gersh. They are twisted creatures of every ilk. The glow-whites consume their corpses in order to reshape themselves in the images of the Gersh demons. Where did the Gersh come from? They are spawn of one older still, the Gersh mother Tlugtgu. According to the wisdom of my father and his father before him, she lies sleeping somewhere within the buried temple of Mora. No one knows whence she came. Perhaps she is indeed some wretched goddess come from beyond the stars to slumber on our world. Why were you so troubled before? Girshlings have not been sighted on the surface for centuries. I fear something nefarious is astir. Your discovery will prove invaluable to us, wayfarer. Howbeit, we are but penurious moisture farmers. There is little we can do apart from sharpen our vine reapers. There may be others outside of Joppa, however, who are able to do more. As for your reward, take these prickly boons. I will not soon forget your service. Live and drink, friend. Live and drink, Elder. Yeah, 750 experience points. Rock and roll. We're now level 6. We gain 1 hit point. Woo! 74 skill points, 1 mutation point, and 1 to each attribute. Very nice indeed. And we've got ourselves an Uber Nostrum injector, a weird artifact, a salve injector, and a salve injector. Good news, everyone. All right. So now that we have ourselves +1 to all attributes, the toughness has now gone up to 12, so we're only at a -2 modifier, so that's nice. And our agility is also now up at 24, which means we get a +4 on agility, which is also very nice. Let's have a look and see if we can upgrade any of these things yet. We can indeed. Mutation's effective level is increased by 2 due to your higher ego. It will cost 1 mutation point to increase ego projections level by 1. So 1 mutation point to increase each of these. This is going to allow the duration of our physical attribute boost to be extended to 12d4 plus 2 instead of 10d4 plus 2. The cooldown, however, does not reduce. And I was kind of hoping that the cooldown would be the thing that was reduced, but that's okay. So here's our conundrum. That ego boost is quite nice, and it's giving us a buff to all of these different mutations that we have, but the effectiveness of that is pretty fair in these early stages. But as we level up more and more significantly, it's going to be a problem if they're all still fairly low. However, saving up another 3 levels and getting 4 mutation points and getting ourselves another mutation is going to mean that we have more of a broad, relatively shallow set of skills rather than a narrower and possibly deeper or more powerful set of skills. I'm tempted at this point to keep saving some mutation points unless I hit a situation where I really think one of them needs a boost. So I think we're going to leave them be and try and work our way to having 4 mutation points and rolling another mutation. We do, however, have a bunch of skill points here. We can probably assign something in here. Okay, so we can decrease the move speed of something, which might be handy in terms of running away. Now that we have 17 in strength, though, there's probably a bunch of other things that have unlocked and are available to us. Let's have a think. What have we got all the way down the bottom here? Pistol would be handy now that we have the interesting. Ooh, that is very tempting. Because we have that pistol now, I think that would be quite marvelous to have. But I also want to grab disassemble so that we can start breaking down some of the scrap that we have, which is weighing us down a fair bit. But in terms of being able to shoot stuff, I think probably going to go with steady hand first. Let's give that a go. Yep, let's do it. And we might try for disassemble next time. All right. Off to Tam we go. We're going to sell some things and buy some things and hopefully end up better for the exchange. Hey, Tam. Can we sell that Gershling corpse? We can. Good. All right. What do we got here? So as we had hoped, that those jewel encrusted furs are going to sell for a pretty penny, so that's nice to see. We'll see if we can figure out what that weird artifact is soon. We're going to keep those grenades. Oh, I'm glad we picked up the... I'm very glad we picked up that iron longsword again. Keep in mind to grab as many of the iron things as we can, I think. What else do we have? Beaded bracelet. Oof, very good. Super happy with that. And that sap is not too shabby as well for its cost. It looks like it's around about $1 a dram. So I'm not going to complain there. What else do we have over here? No lead slugs. Damn. Maybe Argive will have some, but lead slugs would be super handy so I can actually do anything with the Borderlands revolver that we just put some skill points into. Anyway, what have we got? Copper nuggets. Drams of wine. I mean, those copper nuggets are good as a way of transferring currency without it weighing too much, so I guess that's a plus. Not really a ton of other stuff here that we need at the moment. How are we doing for arrows? Not sure it's actually saying anything for arrows here, so we might grab some arrows just so that we have them. And then I think we'll do this as well. Might have to grab all of them. That is in fact the case. All right. See, I don't just want to end up with a ton of water because then we're walking around with a bunch of garbage that we don't need immediately. We've got plenty of water to stop ourselves from dying of thirst. So I'm going to knock that off the list. And that's going to be even enough. I'll hand over a little bit. And there we have it. That's a drag. No lead slugs. I am disappointed. So where are we at now? 175 of 255. Let's have a look at that artifact and see if we can examine it. We can. Fix-it spray foam, which I believe is good for repairing things. Let's have a look. Do not use on human hearts. Deal. Let's go and find Argive and see if we can buy anything from them. And then we'll be good to go to try and help out Mehmet. Alright, what have we got here? We have a bunch of scrap. Don't really want to sell any of that. Item mod drum loaded, an item mod willowy. We don't need either of those. These are all way out of our price range. Data disc for a semi-automatic pistol. That would be super good. But alas, no. I can't do it. Damn. Alright. So lead slugs would be super handy. I guess we're just going to have to try and find some or wait for a merchant to refresh. So let's have a chat about where we're going to go next. We'll zoom out to the world map. And over to the east a little ways, you'll see those three well-looking things, or pits. Those are the rust wells, and that's where we're going to head so that we can try and find the copper wire for Argive as part of one of the other starting quests that we've been given. And it's a journey through terrain that's at least initially similar to what we've travelled through to the north, but then we do start going through a few more hilly and mountainous areas. So we have that to look forward to. However, that's all the time that we have for this part of the Let's Play, so thank you so much for watching. We managed to flee bravely away from our evil twin while still completing the Watervine quest, so well done us. If you're enjoying this, please give it a thumbs up. You can also subscribe to the channel if you'd like to be notified when other episodes are released. And please, as always, if you know a friend who you think might enjoy this, let them know about it. And come back again soon for more of the jaunty saunterings of Gaunt Bort the Taunter.